made that leap. And what that really means is that they're still stuck using old methodologies and older technologies that aren't really connecting with the customers in the most impactful way. So while it can still get some results, it's not getting great results, and it's very difficult to scale. But when we bring technology into the game with respect to digital, social media, AI, creating inbound opportunities throughout our sales process based upon our customer journey on the basis of the ideal customer profile that we're working with, now we can get much greater results, be much more productive, have fun, and at the same time, really help our organization to grow. So for today's sales professionals, you've really got to take your career in your own hands and take the leap and learn how to use these tools so that whether your company is using them or not, you can implement some of this yourself and gain those opportunities that others may not be doing as yet.
Wow, amazing answer. And I need to be really watching out your answers because it covers so many parts of my future questions. But we can always deep dive, like because you mentioned like the AI is transforming many industries, including sales enablement. And then how about personalization? Maybe because you mentioned quite a bit about how AI has been impacting. How about personalization? Because it's one of the biggest part about sales, and how AI is helping sales individuals or even sales teams to work on personalization.
Well, that's right. And that's where the differentiation is so important. So everybody's sending out emails. Everybody's sending out different engagement formats with respect to phone calls, with respect to reaching out on LinkedIn or social media. But what we're not doing as effectively is really personalizing those messages so that we can connect with the people that we want to engage with and create the beginnings of those relationships. And where AI can come in is it can do that for us instantly. So I can give AI a list of the top folks that I'd really love to engage with in our ICP or ideal customer profiles. And AI will go ahead and create a personalized format for any or all of those different methodologies, that is to say, channels, and even implement it for me at scale. So by the time I'm engaging with those customers, with those potential clients, they're already in the loop. They've already been brought in by way of much of what we've done. It could be content, could be through our websites, could be digital sales rooms, could be any and all of these kinds of tools that we can be using, because you've got to remember, customers today are already ahead of us. They've already started to search for this or that type of solution, and hopefully we can come in on that and be part of their process in order to connect. And that's where AI through personalization can really start to connect those dots.
Wow. One thing to add on that, absolutely agree with you. And one thing to add on that, like good point about like the clients and the customers are already ahead of the AI game because like they use ChatGPT, they use Midjourney, all these things. And to be on the business side, the B side, it's a little bit slower in terms of adoption because it's always there are so many processes and etc. Like just one thing to like just the point to add on that point. Let me actually.
And that's a really important point, because what you touch upon, in the old days, people Googled everything.
Yes,
Today they're not. Today they're going into ChatGPT and they're using AI. Now that changes the whole game, doesn't it?
Exactly.
So wherein you put so much time and money in the past years on SEO, that's no longer the primary methodology by way of how customers may be finding us. So if we don't create a lot of content and we don't get our brand positioned right so that it can come up with great information for things like ChatGPT that's searching everywhere across the internet, then we're not going to show up. We won't have that opportunity, and we're going to be left using old technologies to try and connect with people that are already well along their journey.
Yeah, great point. And I'm not sure if you heard like I'm pretty sure you heard the word SEO, but then GEO, the generative optimization,
Right.
is kicking off, and like there are actually some like early adopters and like people in Silicon friends of mine in Silicon Valley are discussing about GEO, how is it going to be done, but still now it's a black box, meaning how algorithm or like how like on the business side of creating the enough content to affect the generative AI models, that's still a black box. And another thing to add on, or like to follow up my question, is that you mentioned the content. Because users are using ChatGPT, they're using Midjourney, like Pika, Runway. I'm pretty sure they at least heard about words about like not just the ChatGPT, but other like a content creation tools. So we call it on the AI side, we call it multimodal technology, meaning that it's not just text, it's not just LLM, large language model. There's image, there's video, there's and you pack all these things together, and there's even agent Manus, like last couple of weeks ago, kind of shocked the world with like their agent helping you book tickets and stuff. We're not sure if it's another Sora story, but back to the multi-model, which is happening already with all these tools. How do you think like AI multi-model technology can potentially enhance sales?
Well, there's no
can
question
potentially
about it.
enhance sales.
Well, there's no question about it. And people really enjoy the opportunity of accessing information in a way that they enjoy. And so when you create these multimedia reach outs and content, whether it be video, whether it be avatars, whether it be emails and content or white papers or all of these things. And one of my favorites is the digital sales room, where we can actually build that around a specific client and corporate account. But having said that, giving people the opportunity to access any and all of that in the way they want to is really the key to the game. So I don't know that there's any one that necessarily leads the way, although video and avatars have certainly done extremely well. And people enjoy those because they can stop and start it, they can go back, and then they can reach out and dig into more information as they need to. And as us on the other line, when they access that, we can jump in now and communicate and engage in their actual process of learning more about what we do. So now we can have a real conversation. And we're not chasing. It's people in process that we can help. And that's what sales is really become. That we can help.
Wow,
and that's what sales is really
become.
And
you mentioned the avatar in ideally in the sales room, if there's any avatar can be jumping into the picture together as assistant to help the salesperson, and you know like and also like with personalized avatar, but like one salesperson can have multiple like avatars speaking different global languages and interacting with his or her global clients, and that could be another feature. But I want to come back a little bit in terms of multi-modal technology, and also like how we actually present content to clients, customers. There are a lot of generative AI tools, video tools for sales out there. Have you tried any or anything like make an impact?
Yes,
wink, wink, Rendora.
Wink, wink, Rendora. Yes, in fact, we have, and we're using many. And Rendora is certainly a big part of that, and I think that's really important. You know, the opportunity for people, and this is the thing, I can only be in one place at a time, but my avatar or videos or any of those media formats that we use, and Rendora is a big part of that, can be everywhere all at once. And so many people can be accessing that kind of information and really communicating and engaging with us 24/7. And that's something that really changes the game. Further, we can do that at scale. So by the time I am able to engage with these folks, they're already learning, they're already interested. And now it's just a question, are we a great fit, or do we need to make a recommendation for you that makes more sense?
Good point. And you covered my next one, the scaling. So I'm going to jump to the next one. Any advice for integrating? You're so good, and you cover. Like I tried to ask question logically, and you actually covered my previous question and my next question. Hopefully not next question. Which here we are. Advice for integrating AI into sales strategy. Any advice for those, not just the individual sales team or professional, but also
yes, and this is a very, very important one. And the reason for that is because you've got that backwards. It's not a question of integrating AI. It's a question of having the right sales strategy in the first place. And if your sales strategy and or process is still stuck in 1977, then AI is not going to help you. All right. So you need to have a sales process that knows and understands and create a cadence and a process by which mimics your customer's journey through your ICP or your ideal customer profile in order to now leverage things like AI to make it even better, more robust, more engagement, more at scale, more results. So it really starts with the sales process and the sales strategy before you begin to implement any additional technology to make something better if it wasn't working in the first place. So these are the keys. Then, once you've done that, now you can look at, okay, so now we've got our process in place. What areas can we implement AI and what could be the potential impact? And let's build that in. And then you want to look at how you can integrate that with your existing systems, such as your CRM or any other sales enablement tools that you might be using, including CX or customer experience tools. So these are all things that we need to consider, and it needs to be an actual strategy overall to create a comprehensive result.
Amazing point. And you need to, I really think you need to open up a class for, or like a course on what's the right AI, like honestly speaking, because completely agree with you. I worked, when I started my career, I started with like a Fortune 500, like I worked at Barclays and BNP, and yeah, like you see all these legacy data, legacy systems, and like the team, the management are so ready to adopt the new technology, but just like the legacy systems and also methodology, which make the company great, but it's actually stopping the company to innovate and grow with the innovation. So completely agree with you, and that's the point I actually didn't stop before. It's the point where you need to have the right strategy before you can implement the AI sales, AI into your sales strategy, and you really need to open up a course on that, how to start with a AI first friendly sales processes and strategy and how to implement. I honestly, I will sign up for that.
And that is part of what we do. So we in fact do play a role. And we actually have an event coming up April 30th that people can find, and it's on our website and in different areas where we're doing that. We're creating a digital sales playbook and roadmap for folks that really want to learn how to implement that properly in their business, so that then they can look at the right tools to suit what's needed for their growth.
Wow, it's a keep me posted, and we should do something together. Renura would be more than happy to be part of it to kind of facilitate in terms of content creation, content.
Absolutely.
Great. And so that was advice for sales leaders and management. How about for sales professionals, individuals? What's the must-try AI tools for 2025 to boost their sales?
Well, I think the first thing, and most have done this, and the first thing is to start to use AI, period, so that you can understand what it does, how it does it, and how impactful that can be, whether you're just asking questions, whether you're doing that hyper-personalization with respect to here's a list, or here's a few people that I'd like to reach out to, create a personal invite to them, and ChatGPT will do that for you. Both individually and at scale. So start playing with that. In addition, start using it to help you with content. The key thing that people want to know when they do deal with a sales professional is that individual can help them. And you can only help them if A, you know who they are and what their needs are, and B, if you're knowledgeable with respect to what you do, how you do it, and the solutions that you may be providing. And they need to see that. They need to have that confidence. And using AI can help you create content to give them that confidence and create the credibility. And when you combine that with then reaching out with AI by way of personalized communication and engagements across all the channels that are applicable with your ideal customer profile, now you can start to hit some home runs, and you're going to have a lot more fun in sales than you ever did before. And that's what I try and tell people. And as you mentioned, it's part of my title in my LinkedIn profile. It's important to have fun. because when you're having fun, your clients, your customers, they're going to have fun with you and they're going to enjoy communicating with you and you're going to be 10 times more successful.
Cannot agree more. And also would love to, because you mentioned like the right processes in terms of tools, and would love to kind of invite, maybe we can create like a joint list, like a 2025 must try tools for the sales, because I feel like sales are always like communicating with individuals, so really need to be forefront, especially forefront of the AI, in order to be able to communicate with the client. In terms of like AI, like AI knowledge and the AI tools fluency. So would love to create a list for the AI for the sales professionals. Maybe like another topic for next time.
For another day. Yeah, absolutely. Just one thing I would add to that real quick before we move on. And that is the skills that salespeople need have not changed, and they need to be even sharper today than they ever were. The difference is the way we apply and use those tools or skills rather with AI and other technologies, right? So we still need extremely skilled relationship building sales professionals to engage using AI and get the impacts that we're looking for.
Agree. Great point. And next question. You've been so modest about workplace AI. You didn't mention a word about it. Why not tell us more about what does it do and how is it going to help sales professionals to really be better in 2025?
Sure, and I appreciate the opportunity. So Workplace AI is one of the AI solutions within the SOAR portfolio, and it's the most amazing. It is a comprehensive business intelligence and business analytics tool designed to take in and bring in all corporate and company communication in a manner by which we can now apply AI in order to give better results for the organization across their teams, with their customers, and in so many different ways. So the obvious kinds of outputs are in place, such as transcriptions and notes and those kinds of things. But where AI really gets powerful, when I bring in all my meetings, whether they be through phone calls, whether they be through video calls, whether they be through our voice over IP system like a Ring Central or any other ERP or CRM we may be using with its own systems, we can bring any and all of that communication into Workplace AI in order to train, in order to coach, in order to really create reporting and analytics against all of our data. So the best illustration is to think about it this way. Most organizations have all of their communication in silos. So they've got their email communications, they've got their voice communications, they've got maybe they're using Zoom and other tools, so they've got some of those communications, and they've got all of these other communication channels, they've got their CRM, but they're not integrating any of that or being able to do any analysis against that data to find out what's the most common question that customers have been asking us this month. What is the most common objection that our salespeople are getting? What's the best way for us to reach out to our customers? What's the best system for us to be using based upon our industry and our ideal customer profile by way of sales training? Or what's the best way for us to be reaching out to our customers in terms of learning more about what they're interested in by way of surveys and questions? So our tool gives a comprehensive methodology around applying and accessing all that incredible data that you're getting every day, but it just evaporates. And we bring it home. And we allow you to slice and dice and use a number of different AI tools to create the reporting and the analytics so that as a business, you can make real progress based upon your own data and not somebody else's.
And I guess that's why it's called workplace, because it's not just one function, it's actually the entire workplace. The name
That's
kind of
exactly
explains Yes, and also it's one thing like a personal experience I do want to mention here is that nowadays, because everything is so quick, and say for example for Randora AI, I'm in charge of the customer service as well. But oftentimes, whatever you hear from customer service to customer feedbacks are so important that it actually leads us a little bit on the sales strategy and also on the product strategy. So, like simply because everything is moving so quickly, and we are able to move everything so quickly thanks to AI. And that's why you do want all the data together to impact each other instead of
Yes,
silos.
I was talking to a client yesterday that's got about 150 different salespeople and a couple of hundred customer service, and I don't even know how many more on the technical support side. And all of that data is coming in different silos,
Yep.
but they're not collecting it and they're not doing what you just said. So how do we learn from what we're doing every single day? Our customers are talking to us all the time, but are we listening? And are we using that data so we can improve? And so we can help those customers use our solutions even better.
Yep. That's why everybody, I think the workplace AI is really because when you say like data are siloed, that's exactly what SaaS is really about. Like different functions have different SaaS, and it's all over, the data is all over the place. But in the end, using SaaS or any tools is really just to boost the whole revenue and boost the like a net income. That's the end of the business, and that's why you need the comprehensive data to do overall decisions. So the entire team or like the organization are moving into the one direction instead of silo and all over the place. So workplace AI.
Yes. And the fact is, you already have the data. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to get someone to come in and tell you what time it is. You've got your data. Start to use it for yourself in a way that's impactful.
Exactly. So my double check a workplace AI, Google it, and then just to see how your existing data can be leveraged
It's
using workplace AI.
workplace-ai.com.
I see. Everybody remember that. And we have perks in the end. So let's move on to the next one. So yeah, a little bit about Randora, our brand. Like based on your experience, any experiences or any general feedbacks as a sales professional, like when you use Randora, any feedbacks on that?
Well, I love it because what it does is, as I mentioned earlier, and we've created a few now that we're going to be using in some of our content, but it gives people the opportunity to listen to and get more of an engagement with what you're trying to put forward by way of content or the solution or access to an event that you're doing, whatever it might be. And they're actually talking to your avatar, and it could be your voice or it could be a different voice. And in that way, they're really communicating with you, right, directly, and then they can move forward and become more engaged as part of the content. So it's an enriched form of content that really creates a much more robust opportunity for engagement. And at the end of the day, that's what we're all about. We want to engage and we want to give people the opportunity to enjoy and have access to the information in the way that is most comfortable and easy for them to use. And Randora with the avatars and these videos that you can create therein is very, very impactful.
Thank you. And that's actually to my next question, AI-powered AI avatar, because Randora, it's a text-to-3D avatar platform. And it really engages with the like avatar in the video. It really boosts the engagement and also like attraction. Also the visuals are, because it's in the 3D format, so the visuals are actually studio quality. Yeah, so it's actually very powerful in terms of like especially in the sales situation, you need high quality 3D avatar videos. If you're using avatar videos and you want it to be in the 3D to be stunning. But in terms of AI-powered like avatar video content, like can you specify a little bit more on like how is it going to help sales engagement in different like I believe it's going to be. It could be used across sales, kind of like a journey before, during, after. Can you kind of help our audience to understand a little bit like how AI-powered avatar content can enable the entire sales engagement per like steps?
Yeah, and there's a number of different things that come into that, and it's not one or the other, it's the integration of all of the above. and whether somebody wants to talk to an avatar and actually ask it real questions, or whether they want to let it run so that it can explain a solution or a product based upon the questions that they've given it, or all of the above. That can be used within sales enablements to and with customers so that they can learn and we can get them in the sales pipeline, if you will, and the sales process so we can begin to have that conversation with them at scale on their time. And then once they've done that, and now they're asking more questions or they want more access, we have the ability as the sales professionals to now jump in and say, hello, nice to meet you. I know you had an opportunity to work with one of our avatars and get more information. I'd like to provide a little bit more, and I see you were doing that, and you had an interest in this, so it might make sense to include this. And now you can continue that sales process with somebody who's already queued up in a way that qualifies them with respect to the solution involved. And so avatars and AI sales agents can be combined in a methodology as part of the sales process in order to create that front end. And that's what's so critical, because today people are still sending out mass cold emails. They're still doing cold calling. They're still doing a lot of things which frankly are simply not as productive as they used to be. Does that mean we don't do it? It means we do it where it's productive. And what we really want to do is make and help our sales teams and all our customer support people be productive, have fun, and really help customers and clients. And that's what this new AI-powered avatar video and the content that comes from it can do. It creates and brings that sales engagement to the next level so that we can be talking to customers all day long.
Agree. And also, my next one is actually because Randora. So for Randora, we have interactive avatar. At Randora now, the product you can Google and use it right away. It's a text to 3D video platform. It's a text to 3D avatar video platform. So it helps sales professionals to generate 3D avatar videos right away. And parallelly, we have that technology and also product in the pipeline where we can have interactive avatars speaking in multiple languages, real time, and that's coming soon. So I believe those two combined together is going to help both the kind of engagement and also ideally with the conversion, with productivity, as you mentioned earlier. So my next question is really when we talk about like nowadays, like there's like omni-channel sales across emails, digital, social media, etc. How do you think like AI-generated video in an omni sales strategy should be? How can we incorporate AI-generated, especially 3D avatar videos?
Yeah, so there's so many different ways that you can be doing that. And what's important isn't all of those ways, but two things. A, that you've got an omni-channel sales strategy, so that's number one.
Yes.
And then number two, is it aligned with your ICP and with your customer journeys such that it's impactful in the first place? Now, it comes back to very similar to the previous question about sales strategy. Once you have that in place, and you know it's impactful, now you want to plug in these avatars and this AI generated video opportunity where it's going to be impactful. And you can do some testing, do some A versus B, but whether it's content that you're putting out there, whether it's in invitations, whether it's links through your emails, or whether it's when you first connect with great connections on LinkedIn, the opportunity to give them a link or direct access to the avatar is wonderful. Now they can look at that and see that, and if it makes sense, engage further. So you're really bridging the gap between us as people who want to talk to them and them as customers who want to learn more but don't want to necessarily commit. They want to learn, and that's the difference. So people today want to do their own research, and when they're ready and you want to time that, you want to integrate with that process so that you can pull them into the opportunity of potentially working with them. And this is where AI generated video and avatars can play an extremely impactful role. in a robust process.
I really like the way you describe it. Like it's kind of like in between the sales and customers, and it's almost like a little like all these like AI generated videos are almost like your little sales force for the salespeople. You
It
get the
become part of
benefit.
the sales. Absolutely.
Yes. And next, it's really about because when we talk about like we definitely need to talk about efficiency when using Randora tools like Randora in general. Like so, how do you think like Randora, based on your experiences using it as like a text to 3D video platform, which we're going to do a quick demo later, but like what do you think about like efficiency? How is it helping sales professional with efficiency? Because in the end, we want to provide productivity with good efficiency and easy tools to use.
And that's the key, isn't it?
Yes.
So there were two things that you said there. You said efficiency and you said easy to use. Well, for me, I am not a wizard when it comes to technology by any stretch. But when I got onto Rendora and I created my first video, I was able to do it in 4 minutes using the platform and create one that spoke in the language and the message that I wanted to get across. And that's critical because we want to spin up lots of these, right? And we may use the same avatar and we may place it in different places, but we want to have that messaging where we can spin that up, do it really quickly, and place them where they're impactful. And that creates a huge time savings. B, much more impactful engagement content for people. We all know people much prefer video and they much prefer short messaging in video than they do necessarily reading long text. So in so doing, we can maximize our efficiency, but we can do it at scale. So it isn't a one-off. Now that's available for everybody that we're pulling in to our inbound process in order to maximize and reach people at scale. So now you've done both things quite nicely.
Wow, nice. And how about because you mentioned 4 minutes and also at scale, so I'm pretty sure you can do that using Randora already. And you mentioned you're not like a text expert, but 4 minutes is like on average, I think it's usually within minutes. So 4 minutes, it's good, but it's also like our kind of like the good numbers as well. Like most of our users are able to do that as well. But do you think? But most of our users are very tech savvy. And do you think it's also like a user like the usability in terms of like? Do you think it's also the same like our like your sales professional peers? Do you think they can do it as well within 4 minutes? Potentially.
Well, the old line is, if I can do it, you can do it. And there's certainly no question. No question. So where I'm doing something in 4 minutes, somebody who's tech savvy is going to do it in about 14 seconds. So, but most sales professionals, right? And not all. I mean, everybody's different, and we all have our own skill sets, but they're not necessarily tech savvy. And so they're going to find this is very easy and quick and intuitive to use. And they simply use text to speech, and it right away creates it. And you go back and edit it if you want and fix it up. And very, very rapidly, you're up and running, and you've got messaging and avatars in play and working for you. And now instead of you doing a one-off every time you reach somebody, you've got a huge team out there working on your behalf, making the contact so that now you're actually talking to engaged, interested opportunities all day long, rather than doing what the avatars are doing for you.
Yes. And thank you for mentioning one of our highlights is added ability. We can add it any text. You can add the video just by switching the text, and also you can add it the camera angle by using our special function. So you definitely do get us, and thank you for sharing on your side about like as a sales professional and also expert about like your experiences. And one last thing, if you would recommend Randora to your colleague or your peers or like your industry folks in one or two sentences, how would you describe it? Sorry, my last question.
That's fine. That's no problem at all. So I would say for any and all the folks that I deal with by way of clients and customers and otherwise, and sales professionals that we've trained over the years, and we've trained thousands across North America and globally, this is a must-have tool. This is something that you have to have as part of your sales inventory, as part of the process that you're creating in order to impactfully reach, communicate, and help all the customers you want to reach. This replaces many of the other older technologies. And while it's working 24/7, by the time you get into play, your calendar's already full. So now you're already working steady at all the great opportunities that a system like this with this kind of a tool can create. So yes, I think it's an extremely powerful tool that any salesperson and organization has to be considering as part of their sales process.
Thank you so much, Thomas, for the nice, kind words about us, and hopefully, we would fulfill, like the expectation from the sales team, and also we're running this like a webinar ongoing. So feel free, any users or any audience, if you're like you like us, feel free to follow us and watch more to come. And here are all my questions for today for Thomas. And for the next session, I'm actually going to just introduce my colleague and just quickly show everybody, because we mentioned the word Randora, but people haven't really seen what it's about. So why not let's kind of like, I know time is a little bit tight already, but why not let's wrap up quickly regarding like a Randora. And maybe like we did have like some industry insights, etc., but maybe we cover enough today. So we will do it quickly, and then I will introduce my colleague Victorio to introduce Randora to everybody with image and also videos a little bit quickly.
So hi everyone. So again, thanks so much for Thomas and Joy for very insightful discussions. And so both of them have offered their insights within the industry, and also more beyond that, the insights on AI, how can AI empower sales. So let's come to our solutions. So basically, let's see what is going on. So some of the trends are already mentioned by Thomas. It's like, so the first one is AI agents. So actually, like workforce AI can be seen as an AI agent, just like ChatGPT. So the market is huge, and then according to Gartner research, about over 70% HRs believe that they need the AI, otherwise they will be fall behind within 5 years. So this is the ongoing trend. But beyond, for the AI agent, currently most of the AI agent can only generate content formats. Let's say you type in a prompt, and like ChatGPT is generating the text responses. But in the future, we are expecting the Gen AI solutions to be multimodal. For instance, you type in a text, the AI agent could respond in text, photos, and even videos. So that is a multimodal trend. And also that would be interactive, which means that for the AI agent, we interact with users from one to multiple users and one-to-one interaction. And for most important one is visualization. So let's say we have so many people right now, they invest a lot of time, let's say on Instagram, TikTok. So search Rising Global Short video markets actually are calling on enterprises to switch from traditional text materials to video materials. So what's beyond that? Let's talk about sales enablement on the age of AI. So what we really equal with Thomas and Workplace AI is that we need the data, business data, and learner behavioral feeding evolution based on our clients' data, and then we can have the large language model to train this data. Because just imagine right now, we do have collecting data, and then we can collecting their real-time responses. So right now, most of when we do sales management training, so most of the training are conducted either in materials or let's say Zoom sessions. But for sales enablement, normally the sales policy updates within 2 to 4 weeks. But the average production time for making like the sales training video will be over 6 weeks. So there's a huge gap between that. But here with Randora, we can accumulate the knowledge from Zoom recordings to the video content that can be easily edited and then finally accumulated into enterprise knowledge base. So which means that with Rendora, we can replicate the best sales within the company. We can replicate his or her speeches, skills, how they pitch the client, how they follow up the client, and how they identify clients' potential pain points and buying signals. And this can be edited anytime when enterprise has new insights. So when we have enough data, so we can continuous iteration of the whole system. And we can get real-time feedback with our multimodal AI agent. And then finally, we can have the AI to visualize everything and interact or even assess with the help of the AI agent.
Next page.
Yeah. And then let's watch a quick video showing Rendora's capacity.
Have you spent countless hours but still struggle to create high-quality videos? Such as explainer video, spokesman video, keynote speech, and so on. You go through the trouble of finding a shooting location, setting up cameras, casting actors, or performing in front of the camera yourself. Now, imagine a tool that lets you create professional-level videos with no actors, no cameras, no studios, right from your own laptop, just like this.
This racket isn't just for playing, it's for winning. With a 97 square inch precision and a hefty 12.6 gun.
Compared to the previous year, our operating profit stands at $1.5 million.
Mark your calendars. We'll see you soon for the ultimate Black Friday shopping experience.
Primero, nos dirigiremos al centro histórico, donde podremos admirar la arquitectura colonial y las bellísimas plazas.
And you can do more. Introducing Rendora, a tool that makes video creation effortless. Here's how it works. Step 1, pick your perfect studio setup. Step 2, choose a hyper-realistic 3D avatar presenter. Step 3, type your script. Then, with just one click, Rendora will generate a studio-quality 3D avatar video for you in a minute. Sounds exciting, right? Click the link below to try Rendora now. Have you spent...
So, and this short video exactly shows our hyper-realistic 3D avatar. So right now we have over 1,000 hyper-realistic 3D avatars. All of them can be customized from accessories, hairstyles, to their facial features, and then also a bit of the product updates in our next cycle is that we will be launching the image to 3D AI avatar function, which means that you can create your own AI avatar simply by uploading your photos, so that you will be having your sales avatar image, and then you can have your own sales avatar to do, for instance, do the pitching or do the follow-up video once you finish talking with the client. Okay. So just to summarize, compare with complex shooting and editing and post-production for traditional filmmaking or video making. At Rendora, we just need 3 steps to generate 3D AI avatar videos in seconds and have the quality like the previous video we showed. So firstly, you just simply need to input text and your materials. We can even have the AI script generation or manual text input. And then we can upload your materials, we can turn your image, videos, or slides into a video. And secondly, to select the pseudo scene. So we'll be having a lot of Hollywood studio quality scenes at your choice. And then finally choose your avatar. And then just click one-click generation. Your ideal video is there waiting for you. So just take a look at industry applications. So we have real-time industry applications across all industries in terms of sales enablement and also for sales success, ranging from pitching to follow-up and demonstration or even customer service replies. So one of the most prominent example would be one of the world's largest franchise retail company. So they kind of use Rendora to make the sales training. So they turn their sales training deck to the vivid 3D avatar video that kind of boosts their employees' willingness to get involved in the training. And also beyond that, they kind of refine their SOP for sales, which after like your negotiation with potential clients, they will be sending a follow-up video and a follow-up email with client to wrap up what they discussed with client with your solutions and like product demos with such high quality video created by Rendora. And beyond Rendora's 3D AI avatar video, you can also check our website's latest post that we can also have the 3D AI avatar video to do the live stream, which means you can have your company's own 3D avatar to live stream and sell the products, and that could be 724 hours, which means that you can having your digital employee going live without actually no one live on the internet. And more prominently is that you can also have the AI avatar as an agent, which means that you can enable the AI agent to conduct one-on-one interaction with users and help them explain their questions, address their concerns, or even can have the agent to perform real-time application. For instance, if the user type make the purchase of Rendora, so the AI avatar agent can finish such procedures, which means that AI agent can not only reply the prompt and also perform real-time procedures. And so one last slides. So there's so many applications in sales enablement for, let's say, business and enterprises to explore, and that could be helpful no matter it's SMBs or MNCs. So we believe every company and every sales scenario will find a place that Rendora can fit in.
All right. Thank you, Vittorio. I know it's a little bit extensive, and also we're running out of time. But I do want to do a quick demo because it's actually a little gift for you, Thomas. So why not let me quickly do the demo and stay till the end of the audience because we bring perks today. And for the demo, I actually need to use my colleague's laptop. So let me shift on the other side and let everybody focus on the computer. 1 second. Already. Let's see. Can Thomas, can you see my screen all right? The Rendora screen.
It's just starting to share now, so I don't believe it. There it is. Now it's
okay. Great. You can see my the Rendora screen, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, very quickly. Rendora, it's a text to 3D AI avatar platform available on Google. Free. It's free to start, and we have thousands of avatars on the website. You can actually customize it. Let me just quickly go over what we have and jump right into the gift I have for you. And we have thousands, hundreds and thousands of like the background in the gallery format. So it fits across, like Vittorio mentioned, it fits across different industries. And also for use cases, we cover marketing, social media, e-commerce, sales, customer service, education, content creator, and many more to come. But these are the key areas our users are already using it. So on our website, like on the gallery side and also user cases side. Some of the templates are created by our users already, and it's fabulous. So really worth it to try it out. And then any questions, you can always go to Randora Academy and the Hop Center to get started quickly, because not everybody can do it in 4 minutes at the first time. But in terms of how to use it, very easy. You just start clicking create and then choose your format. It's a vertical or like a horizontal in portrait form. Really 3 steps. Number one, choose like any studios you like. Let me just show you my favorite. Actually it's right here. And choose any avatar, really. One second. And choose any avatar you like, and then I'll just choose this lady. And then click into any material. Like once you it's in the material side, you can actually just type in any script you have. I create a little something for workplace AI, like promoting workplace AI. And then you hit the 3D generate, boom, it's within minutes, the video will be right there for you. Just one second. And one thing really differentiates Randora to other tools is really its 3D high definition, high quality avatar. Meaning that the avatar is not just lip syncing, it's really the whole body. It's very natural movements. It actually can walk around the stage in the screen. I actually don't know how to. The sound has some issues, but this is the video where it's not in high definition yet because we're just rendering it. But essentially, this is the kind of a quick video you can have using just by simple clicks. Choose your background, choose your avatar, and enter your script, and that's it. And also even one last one. Why not let me do this? Because I create a little PowerPoint for you, and let me just show it, and then I will upload the video for you afterwards. But for the studio, I will choose the same. Let me just choose another one. Yeah, I think it's the first time I'm logging my colleague's account, so it takes a little while. Usually it's very quick. And then I'll use the same avatar. But in terms of material, you can actually upload any PowerPoints very quickly, and then just one second, add it to for you, Thomas. I just what I did is really just a quick go through of your website, and then screenshot it and put it in a slide, and then I use a quick function to create a script for it. And why not let me just show it to you quickly. Because that really shows how easily any sales professional can use Randora for very basic like intro videos, but in high quality formats. Sorry, because my computer is crashing today. That's why I can't really use it, and then I'm borrowing my colleagues, and let me try to find desktop. If not, let me quickly copy. Because usually you can just bulk upload your script. But because I'm so new to her computer, why not let me just copy paste the script I created using AI in like a minute. One second, let me open it. So it's really a 6-slide. For six slides, I create 6 slider. And nowadays, it's not the tools, it's really the computer. Like if you're using the new computer, it's like you're learning how to use computer all over again. But we are almost done. One second. Yeah, but usually if you're using bulk upload, it will be so much easier, because once you have the AI generate your script for you, you can pretty much just bulk upload and then hit 3D generate, and the video will be right there for you. Let's see this one for enterprise. Almost there. There was this. we go. Yeah, it's actually taking me a little bit longer because I'm using the new laptop. But yeah, I basically what I did is that I go to Workplace AI website. You guys have amazing like a visuals, very clean and neat and right to the point. And then I just copy paste some of it, and then I use AI to generate the script for us, and then I put it in the Rendora. It will generate a short but clean video of Workplace AI very quickly.
But
Too bad I don't know how to make the sound working. Let's see.
Oh,
Here we go.
Teams to focus on high-value work and driving innovation and efficiency by integrating AI. Businesses can create a more dynamic, responsive work environment. Workplace transforms conversations into actionable insights, driving smarter.
And then I use AI to generate a script for us, and then I put it in the Rendora. It will generate a short but clean video.
Sorry
about that. I figure it's some videos are playing, but you get the point. I hope. And I promise I will send you the video right after our webinar. To show you how Rendora, the end video will look like. But yes, it's pretty much like the quick demo, but it's not perfect because I'm using another laptop. But hopefully everybody gets the idea. It's a very easy tool to use. Choose background, avatar, and script, and that's
Basically,
it.
you're uploading the presentation, and it's creating an avatar-based presentation on that basis.
Yes. So yeah, thank you. And then lastly, the perks, because I know it's running out, but running out of time, but stay till the end. Little perks from both Workplace AI and also Rendora. Thomas, you want to kick off on this one?
Yeah, sure. So, it's a wonderful opportunity for us to give you a free trial of Workplace AI, and that's the pro version. And you get 30 days free using our referral code, which is SOAR Sales AI. Simply go to the link that's here. So that's workplaceai.com/join/SOAR and you can get access by using that code. And away you go. So that'll give you full access to the full program for 30 days, after which you have the opportunity to go full-time and license you and your team if you find it impactful, but we will be in touch and to help you use it as part of your sales process, along with things like Rendora, in a way that gets you the results you're looking for.
Definitely a great opportunity. Worth of $500. Definitely worth trying it. And very quickly, for Rendora, there's perks about because it's a free to start video tool. So Google it, and then you get 3 minutes of free per month to get a sense of what the avatar video could be. And follow us and book a free demo call with us. I have a QR code later on. And then a free consultation about how to turn existing static information into video format. Definitely, we offer that free consultation. For a good or ideal customers, we even offer free customized video using existing content. So that's a very good taste, like a trial taste of any professional who want to kind of embrace AI and want to turn their existing static information into video. Feel free to follow us. All you need to do is really follow Rendora on our LinkedIn, and then DM us with the code sales to get special perks. If any questions, just email joy@rendora.ai. And that's it. And that's our channels. And it's pretty it's 60 minutes past, and thank you everybody for your patience, and thank you Thomas for such a wonderful conversation with you today. And I really look forward to all the future collaboration we can have. And you're such a good expert in the sales industry and with insights, and you know everything inside out, and also clearly you have been thinking about how to embrace AI into the sales processes so very clearly. So very much looking forward to the future collaboration and everybody follow Thomas Ross on LinkedIn as well. If you're new or even like experienced sales professional, follow him, and I'm pretty sure you can learn so much from his account and also from him. And thank you so much, Thomas, again for your time today. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you for having me, Joy.
Thank you. Let's stay in touch. And I will send you the video. And also for all the followers, I will post the video. We will post the video because technical issues, we cannot really show the complete version of it, but we will post it right away to show it's the video we made on the webinar. And yeah, thank you, everybody, and enjoy your Thursday ahead of the time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, and thank you, Victoria.
电脑发生了啥？我的软头
你买个新电脑吧。反正你也不差这点钱。
差呀！你要不要 sponsor 我？
我为什么要 sponsor 你？
就像我为什么要请你吃饭一样。
这个电脑我又没有股份。
你可以有股份啊！你要啥？哎，我的软头软真的就很奇怪。那我其他其实是 OK 的。哎，你刚刚那个电脑，那台电脑其实
这翻不了墙啊！
这真是个问题啊！哎呀，其实今天内容挺好的，内容今天比上次内容更好了。我去。哎，能不能速的 post 一下这条 video？ 因为这条 video 真的还挺好的。
它 automatically 有了呀。
这个就。
Workplace AI boosts productivity by automating routine tasks and providing data-driven insights. It empowers teams to focus on high-value work, driving innovation and efficiency. By integrating AI, businesses can create a more dynamic, responsive work environment. Workplace AI transforms conversations into actionable insights, driving smarter decisions and better outcomes. It is the next generation competitive business intelligence, which can turn leads into revenue with every interaction. It is AI for individuals, which can track and learn from all your meetings while providing your customers with instant feedback and actionable insights. It is AI for managers, which can track your entire team at a glance in order to optimize performance and sales results. It is also AI for enterprise, which can coach all of your teams in every meeting while improving all meetings for corporate growth. Interested in knowing more? Book a demo today.
7分20秒。
哎，有进步哎，2分钟到7分钟哎。
虽然很糊。
很糊。
不是没看到这儿吗？我就是截。我操！他真要停那个了，没网啊！ 没事，我有完整的录屏。
把这个。
我准备吃夜宵去了。我的晚饭，我操！哎。
Workplace AI boosts productivity by automating routine tasks and providing data-driven insights. It empowers teams to focus on high-value work, driving innovation and efficiency. By integrating AI, businesses can create a more dynamic, responsive work environment. Workplace LlVE transforms conversations into actionable insights, driving smarter decisions and better outcomes. It is the next generation competitive business intelligence, which can turn leads into revenue with every interaction. It is AI for individuals, which can track and learn from all your meetings while providing your customers with instant feedback and actionable insights. It is AI for managers, which can track your entire team at a glance in order to optimize performance and sales results. It is also AI for enterprise, which can coach all of your teams in every meeting while improving all meetings for corporate growth. Interested in knowing more? Book a demo today.